The story of the kind of pelvis thorax separation is a very well told and very established movement that happens in transition. However, there's a lateral component which is significantly influential also as you move in transition between the pelvis and lumbar spine relative to the thorax in transition. To be very precise, it's less so the kind of pelvis thorax separation transition, it's more so the lumbar spine pelvis relative to the upper thorax in transition. In essence, really how we'll be move and separate in and around and above and below the diaphragm. So when we look at that move in transition, there's also that lateral component of that pelvis relative to the thorax in transition. So a wonderful way of playing and exploring this is you kind of walk backwards, make a rotation, and then just kind of shuffle back into the trail side of the bum, the pelvis, makes connection with the wall. Then holding that rib cage in transition, just starting to glide the pelvis along the wall laterally, and then only keeping connections through the trail side of that pelvis, the trail side of that bum as you move in transition. If you rotate before you laterally glide that pelvis in transition, often what can then happen is you lose the connection of that trail side of the bum on the wall, and then connect and then touch into that lead side of that bum on the wall. So once again, the idea of kind of pelvis thorax separation is actually more so how we separate above and below the diaphragm, loosely speaking, lumbar spine pelvis relative to the thorax in transition. Not just the rotational component which you have to consider, there's also that lateral component of that pelvis in transition. Again, a wonderful way of playing this. Make a rotation back, kind of walk backwards until only the right side of the bum or the trail side of the bum is connected to the wall, holding that rotation, laterally then start to glide that pelvis along the wall, keeping only that trail side of that pelvis connected on the wall. If we rotate and advance a lateral glide, often what can then happen is we lose the trail side of that bum, and then we find that lead side of that bum then touches the wall as we move in transition.